one. And you know what is another thing, and all this is one at main roads in Sheffield, going in and out of town as well, so yeah. People can see it on
We're outside Sorby House today, campaigning for justice for our stolen babies and children that have been brutally and savagely ripped away from their loving mummy and their loving family. They have managed to do this, building fraudulent cases on fabrications, malicious lies, false accusations, opinions and false assumptions, and choosing to bury true evidence. Now there's people in this building, social services, that have been responsible for very serious crimes against innocent loving families. And this has been done to my grandchildren who have been brutally and savagely ripped away from their loving mummy, torn away from their safe, happy family, and given a new life, being forced to be kept away from their loving, safe family they've always known. Now we want to know why no one is holding these people accountable that are in this building and in other buildings throughout Sheffield. We've been forced to come out here in order to continue to campaign for justice for our innocent families and for our beloved offspring, for our beloved children and our beloved grandchildren who have been savagely, brutally kidnapped and trafficked away from their loving families. Now this is an absolute outrage, and the public should be horrified that this is happening in your city, that they are going into loving families and taking babies and children away based on lies, malicious lies and false accusations, and fabricating reports. And when questioned, they are refusing to rectify their wrongdoings and their serious failings. This is a massive abuse of power. Now the whole point of a social worker is supposed to protect children who are in danger, not to go into a loving, happy, safe family and brutally steal the babies and children from that family, and then traffic them to the hands of strangers and abusers. This is sick, a sick violation, and serious crimes against humanity, against mankind, and against protective mothers and their offspring, which they have the right to protect from abuse, without fear of persecution, without fear of being threatened to be put in prison if they tell anyone about the serious crimes that have been committed against them. This is diabolical and shocking.
Evil!
And pure evil. There are no other words other than evil to describe the doings of these people in these positions of power. They need to be stripped of this power. They are evil. They steal children, traffic children, and allow these children to be abused whilst they are profiting from the misery of the families and the misery of the children which they are systematically abducting and intentionally trafficking into abuse. These children have been stolen. This is a crime against humanity. This is violation of human rights. This is abuse of human rights. They then arrest the mother after they have stolen the child. They arrest the mother and put her on bail conditions and ban her from town. This is a crime against humanity. They are stealing children, exiling parents if they don't lock them up in mental institutions or prisons. What they are doing is evil. They are getting paid to profit off the misery of ruining people's lives. persecute you. Remember this, a servant is not greater than its master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you. That is what Jesus said. They are persecuting our children. They are persecuting the parents. They are violating our rights. They are abusing our children. They are being paid to do this to us. We are the people, and the people demand justice. You are criminals. What you are doing is criminal. You have stolen children. Theft of life is illegal. Crimes against humanity, and these criminals are being paid to sit there and commit these atrocities to our families. They must be stopped. This is not lawful. Our children are our future. They are all that matters. And what they are doing to our future is destroying it. They are abusing our children. They are abusing our rights. And they are abusing our families. Whilst they are sitting there and getting paid for it. These children think they are unloved. They think they are unwanted because these criminals are telling them that their mommy doesn't want them. They are changing these children's names and their identities, and they are getting paid to create this defamation and this devastation to our families. These are criminals, and these are not getting away with it.
Was that the same guy that was filming you with them blue gloves on a little bit ago?
Oh, might have been.
Of a car, 'cause he's just got me.
Might have been.
They are stealing children. They are abducting our children. They are trafficking our children. And they are abusing our children. They are creating and covering up and funding drug rings and paedophile rings. And they are creating criminals. These people have not been held accountable for their crimes against humanity. Well, that stops. We are now suing over 7 judges for systematical child abduction. We are now suing over 7 social workers for violation of human rights. These are criminals. They are stealing children. They are trafficking children. They are abusing children. All whilst getting paid. They are making a profit from the misery they are causing and creating families. And they are being held fully accountable for each crime they are complicit against. And they are creating and causing. They are now in court for violation of human rights. There are 3 people from Sheffield Social Services held on the 22nd of September in court for violation of human rights and systematic child abduction. Amy Lynn, Lewis Hanson, and Adam Millwall, the solicitor registered in the town hall, are all facing violation of human rights charges on the 22nd of September, and many more will follow. These crimes against humanity will not go unnoticed. You each will all be held fully accountable for the children you have stolen and the lives you have ruined.
Fucking guy told me to shut up, the prick. Yeah, he's a little bastard. And then he stood there staring in that car.
Let's see. He obviously doesn't know what it's about.
We were trying to live our peaceful life until these criminals came into our lives and savagely, brutally stole our little children from their loving mummy for no lawful reason whatsoever. They are creating false cases built on complete fraud and malicious lies and fabricated reports. They are then presenting all these lies to the secret secret family judge, who is then stamping it off without looking at the evidence and choosing to deliberately bury and suppress and ignore the actual evidence. Now these babies and children are suffering being away from their loving mummy and their loving family. People are starting to become aware that this is a serious issue in Britain. They are making money off every baby and child they put into the care system. Thousands of pounds are changing hands for every baby and child that they get into the care system. And instead of it being a case of them going to save children from...
No, because they get bonuses for extra amounts of children they're able to put into the foster system. Traffic into the foster system. Bonuses is what these criminals get.
So this is a complete serious abuse of power, because instead of protecting innocent children who are actually in danger, they are instead going into safe, loving, nurturing homes and stealing the innocent children from them.
Well, we've all got to make a profit, right? Criminals!
And it's the babies and children who are suffering these atrocities from people that are plotting and scheming and orchestrating these disgusting, diabolical, inhumane plans against these loving families. Because they can only be described as orchestrated because they're so well planned out. When you actually go to the secret family court and you present your evidence, they ignore it all because they have got their script that they're going to stick to, and any evidence that contradicts that they will not listen to, because they've already made their plans, they've already seized the children unlawfully and brutally and kidnapped and trafficked them into the hands of strangers, and any evidence that is then shown to contradict these lies and these malicious false allegations are not listened to, because they are covering up. This is what they're doing. Now,
Crimes against humanity, profiting off other people's misery you have created.
I have spoken to 2 MPs that are aware of the serious corruption in the family court, and that is a Jess Phillips and a Louise Haig. Now, Louise Haig and Jess Phillips are both MPs that are fully aware of the serious corruption that is happening in the family courts, and they are very concerned that children are being repeatedly taken from safe, loving homes and being given to abusers. This is an absolute outrage. It is endangering our children. Thank you. And we need to stand for these innocent babies and children, as I will always stand for my beloved grandchildren who are savagely ripped away from their loving family. And we have been put in a position where we can't even see them anymore. Now this is their lives that they have had brutally sabotaged by these criminals, and no one is holding them accountable. They need to be held accountable.
We're holding them accountable. We have 3 of them in court on 22nd of September and another one on 1st of October. And many more will follow.
Because we're here to tell you that we are going to continue campaigning for justice until we get justice, because justice has not been done. In fact, the most atrocious injustices have been committed against our innocent families, and we are not going to allow you to get away with what you've done.
You might have made your money, but you're not going to make your freedom.
Because these crimes will not go unpunished, I can assure you. You might think you are hiding away and that you've got away with what you've done, but you are seen by the Most High Almighty.
We see the blood on your hands. It is innocent baby's blood.
justify your wrongs and your serious failings against our innocent families.
In fact, actually, what God did say was, anybody who causes any little child that soweth believeth in me to stumble, better he have a milestone around his neck and then be thrown into the depths of the ocean. Trafficking children, abducting children, abusing children, allowing these children to die in care with blood on your hands, you will be held fully accountable for each child you have stolen. We will not let you get away with your evil actions and your wicked ways anymore. You are done. These children must be returned home. Each one of you criminals will be and are being held fully accountable. And
just because the parent
is being sick, you have done, and may He have mercy on your soul. These children are suffering because of what you have done and you have profited of their misery. That is evil. You are criminals.
Oh, she said her son